Right. So today we're gonna look at ugly triangles, right? AKA triangles that don't have 90 degrees in them, right? They're clearly wrong because they're not right. They're literally not right. Otherwise, they'd have a 90 degrees in them. But anyways, there we go. So, non-90 degree angle triangles. Non-90 degree angle triangles. If you have a non-90 degree angle triangle, I would recommend, I mean, you can't really use anything else. I don't know what else we're gonna use, but you have to use the sine rule. I'm gonna do cosine first. You have to use the cosine rule, right? And you have to use the sine rule. So guys, I didn't know the thing by now. You just use the cosine rule anytime you have a what? Anytime I have a what? A what angle? Romano, you're
Based on an hypotenuse.
no.
So isn't it the included angle?
Yes. Romano, we're talking about non-90 degree angle triangles, eh? So we're not talking about hypotenuse, adjacent, opposite. Nah. We are talking about the included angle. Okay, who here doesn't know what an included angle is? I would be a very bad teacher if I didn't know what I was. Probably shouldn't have raised my hand. But Chloe, Sky, Mira, Ariel, Ria, hi there, Ria, again. Do you guys know what an included angle is?
No, sir.
Okay, word. That's fine. Right? So generally speaking, you use the cosine rule anytime you see an included angle or anytime CXC asks you for a distance, right? So once it's not a 90-degree angle triangle, and you see an included angle or they ask you to find distance, just know you how to use the cosine rule. And well, you use the sine rule anytime you don't have an included angle. So no included angle. And you typically use this if they ask you to find for an angle or angle. Okay, great. So let's start off with the cosine rule. Before we do that, let's go through the naming convention you would use for triangles that are not 90 degrees. All right, so I'm gonna put on a triangle here, right? I want you all to tell me if it's a right angle triangle or yes or no. Talk to me, guys. Is this a right angle triangle?
No.
No. Ariel. Okay. Ariel, Vinaya, Mira, Sky, Chloe. Are you all seeing a right angle anywhere? Talk to me, guys. Are you all seeing a right angle anywhere?
No,
Mm,
sir.
Nah, and to
No,
represent
sir.
a right angle, we typically use, a little box, right? You're not seeing a little box, it's not a right angle triangle. So we use capital letters. When you have non-90 degree angle triangles, we use capital letters to represent angles, right? So you say that's angle A, you would say that is angle B, and you would say that this is angle C. And to name the sides, you'll go opposite to the angle. So if this is angle A, right, then I would call this length what? Somebody take a guess. What would I call that length?
A.
Capital A or common A?
Common A.
I would call this common A, right? If this is angle B, what do you think I'd call this side?
Common B.
Common B. And if this is angle C, what do you suppose I'll call this side?
Common C.
Great. Seems that everybody understands that. Right. So let's move on to cosine rule then. Um, I'm sending these notes immediately after class. So, guys, the main emphasis should be on understanding, right? Because I'm sending this right after class. Right after class. Okay. So, first of all, what exactly is an included angle?
So is the angle that have two sides known, like the
Exactly. That is it. So, an angle, right? Between two known lengths. Right, so I'm going to give you an example. Okay, talk to me, guys. Which angle here will be the included angle? Is it angle A, angle B, or angle C? Which one is in
Angle A.
angle A? Guys, could everybody see that? Talk to me. Are we seeing that angle A is in between two known lengths?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mira, you seeing that?
Yeah.
All right, great. So in this instance, we would say that angle A is an included angle, right? So you could say angle A is an included angle. Another way you could write that is angle what? Somebody tell me what it would look like using a three-letter notation. If you use a three-letter notation, how could I denote angle A? Does anybody know?
So BAC.
Right, BAC, right? And if I wanted, I could have also said what?
CAV.
CAB.
Yes, I could have also said CAB, right? Okay, so guys, what is the only missing length over here? Like if we were to label these sides quickly, right? This would be common B, this would be common A, and this would be common C, right? What is the only missing side over there? Talk to me,
Common
guys.
E.
Come on, A.
Common A.
Common A, right? So when we use cosine rule, you're effectively finding for the side opposite the included angle. That is what you're doing. So in this instance, if we were to apply the cosine rule here, you'll be finding for what length? Talk to me, guys. If we apply the
Yeah.
cosine rule, E, right? So probably wondering, well, what exactly does the cosine rule look like? Well, it looks like this. So in this case, the cosine rule will be A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of E. Now let me just generalize this for you guys. Whatever is opposite the included angle, you're gonna put this over here. So yeah, I will say side opposite the included angle. So I'm just generalizing it for you guys. Side opposite the included angle, right? Um, by the way, guys, let's see how many Jan people that didn't even bring sine and cosine. That's crazy, boy. Let's see that. They didn't even bring circle theorem. I don't know what it was.
Yes, sir.
CXE on some drugs. I don't know what they on. I probably shouldn't upload this on YouTube. I wanna say that next time somebody cut me off and say that boy. CXE come and find me. Wayne come and find me. Hey boy.
Yeah.
Right. Um, right. And you should know that B and C, right? B and C are adjacent. Again, the same thing over here. Right? And can somebody just tell me what A would be called? Remind me, guys. What would I call
The
A? It's what
included angle.
exactly. A is the included angle, right? Included angle. Mira, you let me know if you're not understanding something, right? Talk to me, right? Mira. What going on? Talk to me.
I'm following so far.
You follow when you understand how we name the angles by chance?
Yeah.
What's the angles? You understand how I name the angles and the corresponding lengths? Talk to me. Yeah or no? Yeah, you said you're the first time I'll take that, right?
Yeah.
Do you understand the formula?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like you all to copy this down, and as soon as you all have this copy down, tell me, we'll apply the formula to the given example.
Answer.
So
Nikolai,
where's
where
where
are you
the hack?
from? Say that again?
So where's where the hacky ball then? No.
Shh, shh, shh. Let me just say, you and Ria, all your influence was too strong. Yeah, and I shave all my hair. I shave all my hair. I have no hair on my head.
And
So
Perseus
then how we fault
still,
now?
I have no hair on my head.
So then how we fault now?
Are you sure?
Positive.
Was it?
you sure Santa Claus didn't come and was like, hey, you have some real nice hair there. Let me make a wig.
Probably. I feel that happen, you know. But nah, I have my hair. I just feeling to wear a hat because the sun was real hot today. I'm like, okay. As soon as I come home, I didn't even get to do anything. I just shut up my new laptop, put download Zoom, right? And I just start teaching the Form 4s, and then I hear. So I didn't take off the hat since. Yeah. And by the way, Nikolai, if you see how fast this thing moving, boy, like it's crazy. Like I could run a 4K video. I can run like multiple 4K videos on YouTube simultaneously while teaching, streaming, recording the screen, and send messages on WhatsApp, do other things on like it's insane. It's insane. Real crazy, boy. Yeah.
That's a real good laptop. I don't know what it costs.
I don't want to talk about the price. I don't want to talk about the price. Let me just say I'm a little broke right now. I'm a little broke right.
That laptop, cause he hold bank accounts, he hold everything, yes.
Yeah, it was a good bit of money.
So you went all out for that laptop, sir. But you get through, sir. You get through.
Yeah, I finally get through. Just look up like a MacBook Pro and like you will see like how much they usually cost. But I'm praying. Anything it wasn't even new, right? If it was new, it'll be like even more expensive, like the price of a car. Well, it was already the price of a car, but like a even better car. It's been ridiculous, right? But as soon as you have this copy down, talk to me, tell me, and we'll apply it to the question. How much of you guys here are sharp users? How much of you guys are sharp users? Talk to me.
Me,
Well, Mira, I know you.
Me, sir.
Me too.
Don't worry, I'll
Me
show you
too.
guys. I'll show you guys how to do the calculation on that sharp. It's fine.
I was meaning to tell you that Casio, what you have is real bad. I want what's like that now.
Wait, let me get. I just feel like Benton, like if I go dinner with somebody, and I feel like Benton with it, I just pull this out and be like, well, not
That's it.
that,
That watch actually real cool.
well, I could do the calculations mentally, yeah, but like sometimes I just, miscalculate, so this is good to have.
Wait,
Yeah,
does that calculator as well?
yeah,
Yeah,
this is a calculator, boy. Watch.
now watch calculator.
Like you can see CL, they could calculate
Oh,
things.
wow.
It's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, boy.
That he's the
Sir,
math
sir,
god.
I need to carry that for CXC, sir.
Oh, hopefully you'll carry a Casio calculator for CXC, not Casio calculator. Watch.
As a day, so Rolex prices going down now. Everybody want a Casio watch.
Oh, that's good. Actually, I'm gonna wear it. I feel like it has increased my IQ when I wear it. It's like raise more aura, mathematical aura. Either that just make me look like a dork. Either way is fine.
Nah, I doubt it's the dog kind, sir.
Did you all copy this down? Talk to my guys.
Long time, sir.
Well, Nikolai, I know you copy it down. Ria, Chloe, Mira, Sky, Vinaya, Ariel, Ivan. I feel like
Yes, sir. Continue.
One more letter.
One, sir.
I don't
Just now on the last one.
okay. Ria, the energy here much better than the form. Don't tell him I say this, but like you see how like everybody interacting here and his vibes, but I don't know going on in form fours,
So I
but
want to tell them.
boy, okay, actually said it. Yeah.
So
But
I
like
want to tell them.
but like
I,
the energy, I don't know the energy, like I get any energy over here. I feeling sick, but like I the energy. I taking people energy here. I taking Nikolai energy. See from
Stop
feeling
the mess.
yeah. Okay, great. So here what? Let's apply what we were given in the diagram to the formula. So somebody tell me what is length A? What is small a? Do we know what small a is?
No, sir.
No. So I'll leave it blank, right? If you don't know something in maths, you leave it blank. So that'll be a squared. Cool. What is length B?
8.
Right? What is
So
length
it could
C?
be 8 squared. 9.
Right? Minus 2.
8, sir.
8 by 9.
And was the included angle?
35.
Was there anybody that got really confused by the substitution? Yes or no, guys? Talk to me.
So you have to do over that. I don't understand.
All right, Chloe, did you understand how I labeled the diagram?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Chloe, this is the formula, right? So when you're using the cosine rule, this is the formula. So talk to me, right, Chloe? Did we know what length A was?
So,
Nah, so I'll leave that blank, right? Okay. What about length B? What was length B?
yes, sir. 8 squared.
Think you understand it? What was length C?
That is C.
Right? What was length C?
9 squared.
Right? 9s are squared. Right? Then minus 2. So B, again, B is 8, so I'll put 8 here. Multiply by 9, because C is 9, right? Cos the angle. Angle 35.
Oh, okay.
So I just did substitution. Talk to me, let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay, great. Now, here what, it had two routes you could go down. Route number one, you could plug the whole thing into a calculator and get the answer one time. Casio users, hint, hint, cough, cough. Sharp users, it's fine. I'll show you how to do it. So if you have a Casio, I mean, you could do the full calculation on a Sharp, you could. It's just a little more tedious. But if you have a Casio, this is what you're going to do, right? So, guys, talk to me. If I have a squared, right? What would I do with a squared to find for a? What is the opposite of squaring something?
Square root.
What about the rest of you guys? Do you all agree that square root in something is the opposite of squaring something? Talk to me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Chloe, you understand that? So, like, let me just say I squared 4, right? That'll be 16. If I find the square root of 16, wouldn't I get back 4?
Yes, sir.
Right. So here what we're doing now, we're gonna apply the square root on both sides. And when I do that, the square root and the square is gonna cancel out, leaves us with e. So if you have a Casio, you can plug this in wholesale exactly how you're seeing it, and you'll get your answer in one shot. Right? If you have a Sharp, it's only the end of the world, you'll be fine. Yeah. So somebody with a Casio, plug that entire expression in and let me know what you get. There are multiple routes you could take as a Sharp user. So somebody with a Sharp, I want you to unmute and let me run through this together.
So I have a shop.
Okay, word. So Chloe, here we're gonna do, right? You're gonna take the right-hand side, right? And you're gonna plug it in into your calculator. So you see everything over here? You see everything over there? Everything?
Yes,
All right.
yes, sir.
I want you to plug that in your calculator and I want you to call out the exact value you get. Like just all decimal points and everything.
Hmm.
Right? And other Sharp users do the same thing. I want you all to plug in this for me. Plug in the right-hand side into the calculator and let me know what you get. Casio users, did you all get an answer? Do we have any Casio users here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nicola, you have a Casio?
The the Sunway, sir.
Oh yeah, it's Sunway. That works as well. That works as well. So plug this in and let me know what you get.
I got 5.20, sir.
Now here what I want to specify something. By the way, Nicola, check out the I still working on it. I still how to do the diagrams on thing, but like this is how the paper looking so far. The one I'm remaking. Is the exact same questions. I just neaten it up.
Sir, I look real neat, sir.
Thank you. So I want to specify something, right? I would like everybody to read this for me. Well, it's at least one person. Read that for me.
Numerical numbers that are non-exact should be given correct to three significant figures or 1 decimal place for angles in degrees, unless a different level of accuracy is specified in the question.
So Nikolai, this is what CXE wants now, right? So either three significant figures or 1 decimal place. So we're gonna use 1 decimal place. That's simpler, right? So your answer, could you call out the full answer for me?
Okay, so I get 5.20020,246.
Right. So let's identify my first decimal place. Can we see that this is the first decimal place?
Yes, sir.
What's the number after 2?
0.
0. So we're just gonna round down, right? So just gonna be 5.2. And the units are going to be in kilometers because I just found for length. And in brackets, I'm going to write to 1 decimal place. Okay. So Casio users, you should be fine. Sharp users, talk to my guys. What did you all get after plugging in this into the calculator? Chloe, what did you get after plugging this into the calculator?
So I have a long number.
That's okay. Talk to me. What number did you get?
27.042.
With it, 27 point.
0.042
Mhm.
10562.
105.
62.
Okay, here we're gonna do now, right? So let me ask you a question. Do we want to find for a squared or do we want to find for a?
You want to find for a squared.
Nah. Check back any question. What was the unknown? It was a, right? We didn't know what a was. So we don't want to find for a squared. We actually want to find for a. So can you tell me what is the opposite of squaring something? What is the opposite of squaring something?
Square root.
Right. So I'm going to square root both sides. And if I square root both sides, you can think of it like this. The square root and the square are going to cancel off, right? And that's going to leave you with a, right? So I want you to find the square root of this. Now, sharp users, I hope all are hearing me. Let me explain something that you all could do. Let me just get my sharp real quick. Um, where is the sharp way? Did I throw it away? I'm joking, I didn't throw it away. I would never throw away a caution.
Make that joke again and I'll cry. I swear to God.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I'm not that wasteful, right? Even if it's a sharp. Our principles. Okay, so sharp users, here what you could do, right? You could press, do you all know how to clear your screen? Like clear your screen? Do you all know how to do that? Sharp
So
user.
I mean like clear the screen like
Where is that? Where is my other? I can't find my other sharp word. Give me a second.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, Joshua.
But
Everything all right?
sorry, I'm a little stunned and confused
About?
about your previous about well your
Joshua.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Everything all right?
Yeah, everything okay. It's just that and what about the other one? The one with your 855 with the M capital MF common W capital
Oh,
TQ2.
you're talking about the old link?
Yeah.
Oh, I changed it. So like because when I was using that link, random people was joining. I don't know how. Maybe because like the link spread about so much. So I'm using private links now, right? So I'll send a link each class. Yeah. So just expect that from now on. Like each class, like probably like 20 minutes or 15 minutes before, I'll send a link on the group chat. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I must list out instead. How much did I miss exactly?
Not much. Don't worry. You're fine. All right. So here what sharp users, right? I'm gonna just okay. All right. So if you're a sharp user, right? Um, can you all see it says on/c? Talk to my guys. And just see an on/c. Casio
Yes,
users.
sir.
Right. So you're gonna press this, right? Then what you're going to do next, right? You're gonna press second function x squared. And that should bring up the square root. Yeah, second function x squared. And that should bring up the square root. Talk to me. Are you getting that?
Sir, I don't do that already. I'm getting answer.
Okay. Now here what? Your calculator stores the previous calculation. To access that, you are going to press alpha, and equal. And you should see ANS pop up. That is the previous calculation that your calculator did. So press square root, then press alpha equal, and that will give you the exact answer as a sharp user.
So you have to do that over again. I didn't see properly.
All right, let me just invert the camera. Okay, you should be able to read everything on the screen now. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Right. So the last calculation you did, right, was the 27.04, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Right. So you're gonna press on/C to clear the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Then you are going to press second function x squared, and that should give you the square button, the square root button, I mean. So second function x squared. Is the square root sign coming up?
Yes, sir.
Then to access the previous answer, you're gonna press alpha equal.
Alpha.
Alpha, then the equal button,
Okay, I see.
and then press equal.
So it's saying 0.
It's saying 0.
So on the screen, I'm seeing 0 to the power 2 with answer in caps with an equal sign.
That's weird. That's weird.
I get it.
Romano, unmute and talk about what you get. Let me see.
Which one is it?
Press equal again.
What?
You see, look
Answer
again.
different. It's no.
You get it there? No. That's it. That's the answer. The 5.2. Chloe, did you press equal again?
Yes, yes, sir. Sir, but I did get it before, yeah. I didn't press the alpha thing. I just pressed the YX thing.
Oh wait, that begs the question. Do you have the same sharp as I do? The exact same sharp I have?
Yes, sir.
That's weird. You press the YX button over here. Wait, make sure I point into it. You press this button.
No, sir. I pressed second function and then the X squared.
Okay, yeah, the square is supposed to come up. And then you're supposed to press alpha equal, and it's supposed to plug in the previous calculation. But here what? To make it really, really simple and unambiguous, this is what I would recommend. So in the calculator, right? Write this down and then square root it. So just plug that into your calculator.
Yes, I get 5.2.
Right. Right, so your answer is going to be 5.2 kilometers, right? And to one decimal place. Right, and like I said,
Excuse me.
yeah, Nikolai?
You stop telling me to put it to two decimal places now.
Yeah, watch. Like I was having the live and somebody brought this to my attention because I didn't read this and I'm seeing it now. Yeah, watch numerical answers are non-exact should be given correct to three significant figures or one decimal place. But then they said four angles and degrees, so I need to clarify on this a bit more, right? But it's a bit weird.
Okay, sir.
Yes, it's either three significant figures or one decimal place. But let me know if you guys understood this. Did you all understand this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Romano, did anything confuse you?
No, sir.
Okay, what about the rest of you guys? Vinaya, talk to me, Vinaya. Um, Sky?
I understand it.
Okay. All right. So guys, make sure you have a screenshot or you have this copy down. And then we'll look at a second example. As soon as you all confirm that you have it copied down. Or you have a screenshot.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir,
Ivan, talk to me.
sir, I confused about the after the 9 square minus 2.
The 9 squared minus over here. I'll pass this.
Minus 2, yeah.
All right. So here what
Yeah,
happened, right? You have a sharp
yeah,
or a Casio?
that
You have a sharp or a Casio?
Casio,
You have a Casio? All right.
yeah.
So here you're gonna do, right? You're gonna plug it straight into the calculator. Let me get my virtual Casio. So Ivan, you shouldn't have a problem then. Watch. So Ivan, this is a squared, right? But we want to find for a. So you'll need to square root both sides. A square rooting will undo the square. It will get rid of the square. So this is what we're going to plug into the calculator. The square root of this entire thing. So 8 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 open bracket 8 close bracket open bracket 9 close bracket cos 35 close bracket. Yeah, and that is all I did, Ivan. I just plug it into the
Oh,
calculator.
alright, yeah.
Right.
Understand now.
Nice. So let's look at a different example, right? And I need a volunteer for this one. Any volunteers?
So I don't mind.
Well, Nikolai, I know you doesn't have mine, eh? And I appreciate that. Good or reliable, Nikolai. But let me call Mira. Mira, you there?
I know as your favorite student, I just know that. I just know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, wow.
I feel like it. I feel like Nikolai had a spot, but like I don't know. I don't know. You see, Nikolai has been with me since the 24-hour lives and all that, Nikolai and me go
Or
with.
just because I wasn't there. Okay, sure.
But you and Ria, I feel like but then Sky and like then Romano, like I love all of you. It's really hard to
So
pick.
you got,
I
so
just
you got my favorites. I don't love everybody equally.
yeah. Like I was saying, like everybody, it's kind of hard to pick, right? All right. So let me give all that a question. So we're gonna call this E. I'm gonna call this F, and I'm gonna call this G. Which angle do they want me to put on? Give me an angle. Mira, E, F, or G? Which one should I put an angle for?
So G.
G
F,
or F? Okay. What?
yeah,
How much degrees F looking like?
the 57.
No, that looking like. Watch. If this is 90, right? If this is 90, that looking like more than 90. So maybe 100.
Okay.
I want you all, as soon as I put the information down, I want all to tell me if I could use cosine rule or not. So talk to me, right? So I'm gonna put on 15 centimeters and uh, talk to me, guys. Could I use cosine rule on this question and why?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right. What do I need to use the cosine rule?
That included angle.
Included angle.
Right. Guys, do I have an included angle here?
No, sir.
No. Right? Guys, if I knew what G was, yeah, that would be an included angle, right? But Chloe, do you know why I'm saying that I don't have an included angle?
No, sir, I don't understand that.
All right, so Chloe, an included angle is an angle between two known sides. So Chloe, what is the only angle we have in this diagram? What's the only angle we have? Talk to me.
G.
No, the 100 degrees. That's the only angle we have.
Oh.
If you look at the diagram, we don't know what these angles are. Seeing that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, for this to be an included angle, we are supposed to know the lengths of the sides right next to it. Do we know the lengths of both of these sides next to it?
No, sir.
Nah, so you can't use the cosine rule. In other words, you would say that angle F is not an included angle. An included angle is an angle between two known lengths. So I would not be able to use cosine rule for this.
Okay.
What if I were to say switch it up? What if instead I wrote an 11 over there? Would I be able to use cosine rule now?
No.
I would. Talk to me. This is the angle, right? Um,
Oh
and
yeah, because it have an included angle.
yes, precisely, right? So, Mira, talk to me. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna label our sides. If this is angle F, what would I call this?
Baby F.
Baby F. Let's gonna say baby F. Hey, that gonna be some rapper name, you know. Yo.
Sorry, I was coughing my life out just now and then you called me. So baby F is, yeah.
No, but like that gonna be some rapper name. Watch and see,
Oh
eh?
my God, sir, if you start making music, that should be your name.
You what? Bro. Uh anyways, if this is angle G, what would we call this side?
Baby G.
Baby Jesus.
Oh my God. And then baby E on the other side.
Right. Real babies, boy. Wow. Okay. Mira, if you look at this diagram, what length are we missing?
Wait, why you change the length for?
Oh, why
Okay,
actually? What
baby
length?
F. Baby F missing.
Baby F missing, right? So let's start off the
Yeah.
cosine rule. We're gonna start off the cosine rule strong. Remember, the cosine rule says the side opposite the included angle squared is equal to the sum of the adjacent side squared minus 2 by the adjacent sides cosine of the included angle. So, like, talk
Mm-hmm.
to the mirror. What is the side opposite the included angle? We just figured it out. It was
F.
baby F, right?
Baby F.
So we're gonna write F squared, and that'll be equal to what?
So F squared will be equal to 2G.
Nah, it'll be G squared plus
G squared. Oh my God. G squared plus E squared
minus,
minus F squared. No, minus F.
nah. Check out the formula. So is minus 2 by the product of the adjacent sides, cosine
Mm-hmm.
of the included angle. So what am I so I'm gonna write minus 2 and I'm gonna multiply the
Minus 2.
yeah,
Minus 2EF. I mean, GE.
right? 2GE. Uh-huh.
Cosine F.
Yeah, how to get this one because F is the only angle we have, right?
AF.
Yeah. Is there anybody that did not understand how I came up with the formula specific to this diagram at all? Talk to my guys. Was there anybody that did not understand this at all? Talk to me. Um, Adetola, I see you join. Big up yourself. Adetola, you know what going on?
So not really, I joined late because I was trying to organize a group project for my SVA.
Oh, the Andrew?
It was just, but I tried.
Oh, shucks. Well, here what? Next question we're gonna do together. So I will make sure you at least understand it, right?
Okay.
Vinaya, Sky, you're okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So Mira, the next step is to substitute. I don't know what DBF is, so I'm gonna teach that from you, right? I'm gonna pull out Romano. I'm gonna teach you saying, right? So BBF. I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna leave it blank. What is G? Talk to me. What is G? Mira, what is G?
1 squared plus 10 squared equals, I mean, minus 2 11, brackets, close brackets, 10, cos 100,
You have a sharp or a Casio?
sharp.
All right. Well, you know what you ought to do, right? So in the next line, okay, so you're gonna find square root, right? You're gonna find the square root on both sides. And when you do that, the square root and the square gonna do what to each other?
It's gonna substitute, well, cancel
Not substitute. Substitutes when you make a replacement, right? The proper
it. Okay,
word is cancel, right?
cancel.
So F would be equal to the square root of this entire thing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you have a sharp, which most of you all have, this is what I would recommend you to do. I would recommend that you plug this entire thing into your calculator, write it down over here, and then find the square root of it. So do that for me.
Yeah,
So
I'll do it already.
is it ready? Just confirm that you're getting right. Are you getting 259.20259991?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mira, you'll just verify that again, all right? So it's gonna be 259.2025991. And Mira, if I want to find for F now, what would I have to do on both sides? So tell me, Mira, right now I have F squared. I want to find for F. So what would I have to do?
You'll have to find the square root of 259.2025991.
Right. So F would be just simply equal to the square root of that entire thing. Again, sharp users, you could clear your screen, right? Then to clear your screen, you press on/C. The next thing you could do, right? You could press second function x squared. Then you're gonna press alpha equal, and then press equal, right? So you don't have to type this entire thing back into your calculator. And you're supposed to get the answer. So when you do that, what are you all getting?
16.1.
Now, Nicola, you see what I do? I just take the answer and raise it to the power of half. Because you should know that a half is the same thing as what? If you raise something to the power of half, is the same thing as what?
Divide. Well, it'll be 0.5, 0.5.
Now, you should know that, okay, fractional powers means that you're finding a root or a surd.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Or I will get the correct answer there. You all got that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. If I round that off to one decimal place, what would I get?
16.1
60.1.
And my units would be in what?
centimeters.
Right. So Mira, my final answer is going to be F is equal, my first decimal place is 0. Number after 0 is 9. So I'm going to add 1 to the 0 and drop everything after the 0. So it's going to be 16 point what, Mira?
16.1.
Right. Is everybody okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Nikolai, you're 100% okay with this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Romano? Romano here? You look Romano right here. Yeah, Romano, you go with this?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ria, Vinaya, Sky, Adetola. Well, I know Adetola. I'm a bit confused. Um, Everybody else, are they okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I bet. Adetola, I want you to take this chance on mute and we'll run through a question together, right? So,
Okay. Yeah.
Adetola, this is the general formula you need to remember for the cosine rule. And you could only use the cosine rule if you have an included angle. An included angle is an angle in between two known lengths. So you must know the lengths, right? For the adjacent sides to the angle. So Aditola, if this is the angle, wouldn't this and this be the adjacent sides right next to the angle?
Yeah.
Yeah. For it to be included, you would need to know the lengths. So if I didn't know what 8 kilometers was, If I didn't know what length B was, then I would not be able to use cosine rule, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so remember that. So remember this formula, right? So let me get a question. And here what? While I do this question with Adatola, you could try a question. You could try a question in the meantime. Don't waste time. Adatola, give me an angle. LMON.
Oh,
Give me an angle.
for N, maybe like 95 degrees.
Nah, watch. If the okay, 90 degrees would be this, right? That's definitely more than 90. Maybe
I
like
said 90,
you said 99
95.
or 95. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine. 95, right? And let me just say that this is 15. Let me call this 15 millimeters. And I'll call this. Okay, so Adetola, do we have an included angle? Talk to me.
Yeah.
Right. N is an included angle. Now we need to label our sides. If this is angle N, what would I call this side?
The opposite.
Nah, I call it
The, the, right.
common. So for non-90-degree angle triangles, we use capital letters to denote angles, right? And we use common letters to denote sides.
Okay.
And the side opposite the angle would carry the same letter, but just a common letter for it. So if this is angle
Uh,
N, what would this be?
common M.
Right? Common N. If this is angle N, already labeled that, right? If this is angle L, what would I call this?
The common L.
Okay, so you understand that, right?
Yeah.
So look at the formula. We start off with the side opposite the included angle squared. So which side is that? Talk to me, Adetola. Which side is opposite the included angle?
Or N. Common N.
Right? So common n squared. Or another way you could think about it, right? We don't know what n is. And you see in that, we don't know what n is. So you have to put that first.
Okay.
So n squared would be equal to, right? And in the last example, B and C were the adjacent sides for the included angle. So in this question, what are the adjacent sides?
M and L.
Right. So tell me what to write.
In the numbers, right?
Nah,
The
letters
fifth.
first.
Okay.
Formula.
M squared plus L squared minus 2 ml cos N.
Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. All right. What is M?
15,
What is L?
7,
And the angle?
95 degrees.
Now I have a question for you all. Guys, if I wrote 7 squared plus 15 squared minus 2 by 7 by 15, would it be any difference or would it be the same?
The same?
All right, so I heard one person say the same. Chloe, would it be the same or different? Vinaya, would it be the same or different? And don't be scared to be wrong, it's fine. We don't judge here, it's vibes here. I mean, if anything, we just learn from your mistakes. If you said the wrong thing. Okay?
Please say, could you repeat the question?
Um, would this and this be the same thing? So
No.
would
Yeah,
it be,
no, because it don't have the cost in it.
if you're saying that, well, yeah, yeah, you're correct there. Let's just say it did have the cost on it. Would it be the same thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, because addition and multiplication is what? That's what C.
commutative.
Excellent. Yes, it's commutative. The order doesn't matter, right? Any live students were asking me that. Remember Nikolai? People was like, it'd be wrong if I switch it.
Yes, sir, and they were confused, sir.
Yeah, it's fine though. Teachers in school didn't really go over like alternative solutions. But I mean, I think teachers is teaching that in Form 1. Commutativity, distributive properties, associative properties, all that. All right, so plug this into your calculator for me and let me know what you get. So Adetola, plug this side into the calculator and call out the number to a great degree of accuracy.
Excuse, I have a question.
Sure.
So, like, remember, so the people who have sharp calculators, how they can like get back their answer from before.
Yes.
You could do that on a Casio as well.
Yeah, and it's even easier on a Casio. You literally just press ENS right next to the equal sign, and then press equal, and you get.
Well, no, mine doesn't come back.
Okay. It stores the last calculation you did, the very last calculation you did. That's what it stores. Um, but Sky, if you have a Casio, you could do this one time, you know. You don't have to do all of that labor intensive stuff. Sky, if you have a Casio, you could just press square root 15. You could just put the whole thing in.
So I think I find my answer though.
Let me check. Mm. Oh, that is why you had asked. Because you had, if I had forgot, or it wasn't,
Yeah.
so it's,
So I saw it and then and when I was typing, it just like went blank. So I didn't remember if it's the right thing.
oh, but you know how to plug in the whole thing into the calculator, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, word. Let me just verify if your answer is correct. Okay, did anybody else get an answer for the final thing?
Yes, sir, I get answer.
Where you get by chance?
6.0.
Nah, nah.
So let me do it over again.
All right, so
Is it 17 point something?
yeah, yeah, that's correct. It'd be 17.1. Chloe, when you had plugged this into the calculator, um, Chloe, tell me what you had got.
219.64800005.
Now you're supposed to get 292 something. Try plugging this back in into the calculator for now. You're supposed to get
But excuse sir, but we are using a Casio.
we're using the Casio, but most people don't have a Casio. So I just showing persons that have sharp how to do it the long way. But Joshua,
Oh,
since you have a Casio, what you could do, right? You could find the square root of this entire thing one time. It's very simple. You just press the square root button and you plug everything inside and you get your answer one time. Right? But
So the problem was for the degrees, for the degrees, I have 75 instead of 95.
oh, that is why you got a different answer.
But sir, I get it 292.302706.
Great. That's correct. By the way, I hear a slight accent. That's very like a slight accent. Sounds like a Caribbean accent. Are you from Trinidad?
So I'm from Tobago.
I could tell, I don't know, like I feel like Tobagoans and Trinidadians have like a slightly different accent. Slightly different. Yeah, I feel like you could tell though. But big up the Tobagoan in the chat, right? All right. So, Chloe, next thing. We know what n squared is. How would I find for n now?
So for N now, you're going to find the square root on both sides. So when you find the square root, you'll cancel out the
Right?
squares. I'm just also gonna find the square root. 19
And if you want, you could write the final answer one time. I think you're supposed to get 17.1 millimeters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one decimal place. Just confirm that. Right, so Adetola, you feel comfortable with this thing now?
Yeah, no bad.
All right, I think already if I pass you a question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So
good. Ready? I like to hear that. I now finished linear programming with the Form 4s. By the way, all the Form 5s could join the Form 4 sessions. Like, I wouldn't charge all the extra. I had to write the exams anyways, so if all they want to make the extra effort, or they can make the extra effort and come to the Form 4 classes, it's fine.
So what days it is?
The same days. 5 to 7 p.m. was earlier today. Yeah, but if all they want the extra help with the extra material, that's fine. And with Form 4s, the same thing. All they have access to like the classes, it's fine. Right? Somebody pick a year. Pick a May, June year. Nikolai, pick a year.
2019.
Keep in mind, most past papers we probably do already, yeah? Just say.
Yes.
All right. Length PS, the length PQ, and the area of PQRS. PQR. That can be it for the question. Area of PQRS. Okay, this is a nice question. This is a really nice question. I blush on this question. I like this one. All right. So this is going to tie in Pythagoras theorem, trig ratios, and cosine rule. So there we go. And it's also going to tie in. I don't know if I remember, I gave all a formula for area, and I said you could use that formula anytime you have an included angle. It was something along the lines of a half AB sine C. I remember that?
Mm.
So was that for the area of the triangle?
Yeah, that's the area of the triangle. But
Think I remember.
okay, wood. Well, let me attempt this question, right? This question is going to test past knowledge. So they want us to determine the length of PS. We first need to figure out where PS is, right? So could everybody see that this is PS,
Yes, so
right? And this is associated with a what kind of triangle? It's a
a
90,
90 degrees.
right? Anytime you have a right angle triangle, what are the two things you could do? You could use Pythagoras theorem if you had two sides, or you could use one. Starts with T.
Trig ratios or
Yes,
trigonometry?
trig ratios. These are the two tools you have access to if you have a right angle triangle. Now, to use Pythagoras theorem, just remember, guys, you need two sides. To use trig ratios, you need another angle. You need a non-90-degree angle. You need a non-90-degree angle and one side. Okay, so let's examine what we have here, right? Okay, guys. Number one, can we use Pythagoras theorem? To use Pythagoras theorem, you need two sides. If you look at this specific triangle, do we have the length of two sides? Talk to my guys.
No, sir.
Rest of you all in class. Talk to my guys. Are you seeing two sides over here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. If we don't have two sides and we can't use Pythagoras, he outs. Right? So the next one is trig ratios. But to use trig ratios, I need a non-90-degree angle. So like, I need to either figure out for this angle or this angle. That's how the thinking should be. One of these angles is very easy to find. Which angle do you think easy to find? One or two?
2.
What about the rest of you guys? Are you think too easy to find for?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Um, I'm ask somebody that not really talking much. Ria, how would I find for two? Because I think everybody that answered know how to find it. Talk to Maria.
Yes, sir.
You know how you'd find for angle two? Let's just call it angle two. You do you know how you'd find for this angle?
Sorry, sir. I wasn't hearing you properly.
All right. I was saying that I was asking you, do you know how you'd be able to figure out for this angle?
Um, so you could go through it with me.
All right. So in the diagram below, there's a quadrilateral, PQRS. And this specific shape is a trapezium. Seeing that?
Yeah.
Do you know this was a trapezium?
When I was seeing it,
Okay. So you're dealing with a trapezium, right? For a trapezium, the angle for two angles are 90 degrees. So what do you think this angle here would be? What angle does that look like? All right, so
90.
yes, that is a 90. Um, anytime you could draw like a perfect square, it's a 90-degree angle, right? So if I have a question, right? Ria, if this is 90 degrees, is it possible for me to now find for this angle?
Yeah.
How would I find for this angle?
Um, we minus 30 from 90.
Right? And what would this be?
Um, 60.
Okay. So now, guys, if I want to figure out for PS, am I now able to use trig ratios? Talk to my guys. Talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is, right? And so if this is the angle in question, what is the side adjacent to it? Is it PS? Is it SQ? Or is it PQ? Which side is adjacent right next to the 60 degrees? So again, this is the triangle
Maybe
we're talking about, right?
SP.
All right, guys, Nikolai is saying SP. Do you all agree?
Yes, sir.
I only hearing Romano agree. I'm not hearing anybody else agree. So Nikolai and Romano are correct, right? This is the side that is adjacent to my angle because it's right next to the angle. So I'm going to label this side the adjacent, right? This is how you would deal with right angle triangles. This side is the side opposite the right angle. So what would I call that? Not the opposite. It starts with H. Talk to me, guys. What would I call that side? The slant side.
Hypotenuse.
Yes, I would call the slant length the hypotenuse. And this length over here is opposite my angle, right, that we are considering. So what would I call this?
The opposite.
The opposite. Now, in case you forgot your trig ratios, guys, in case you forget your trig ratios, it is in the formula sheet, eh? I just saying that. It's in the formula sheet. So you don't have no excuses. Y'all can figure it. You'll have it, right? So we have sine. Now sine theta is what over what? Does anybody know?
Um, Opposite over hypotenuse for sine,
Right?
adjacent over hypotenuse, and opposite over adjacent.
Great. Now, anytime you want to use trig ratios, you need to identify a length that you have and the length that you are trying to find for. So could somebody tell me the length I'm trying to find for? Is it A, O, or H? What is the
A,
length I'm trying to find for?
A.
I'm trying to find for A, right? And guys, was I given any of the lengths? Look at O or H. Do I have any of the lengths?
Yes, sir.
Which length do I have?
H.
I have H. Guys, are you seeing that, right? Mira, let me know if you're seeing that we have H.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Chloe, if we want to find length PS, which is A, I need to underline that, right? So I need to use one with A in it. I need to use one with A in it, right? And the other thing, I'm going to look at the length I'm given. I'm given H. So Chloe, if this is the case, which trig ratio should I use? Sine, cos, or tan?
Um, so I think sine.
Sine. Okay, look at what sine has in it. Sine has opposites and hypotenuse in it. But we just underlined A and we underlined H. I underlined A because we were trying to find for the length. And I underlined H because we had the length. So which one of these has A and H in it?
Or cos. So I say sine because I see the O on top for opposite.
But let me show you how we just do this one more time, right? Let me show you one more time. This is how cut is used. They want us to find for the length PS. PS, yeah? PS, right? This is PS. Chloe, PS corresponds to what length? A, O, or H? Talk to my Chloe. So A, right? So I'm going to underline A one time. And do I have any known lengths? Do I have any of the lengths? Look at O and H. Which one do I have?
The one by H.
Right. So that's why you've selected two, right? So the only one that has A and H in it is cos. So I'm going to use that. So I hope you understand that. That's how you pick it, eh? Right? If you're doing trig ratios, you look at what you're trying to find. So you look at the unknown and you look at what was given. So we are going to use cos theta. Cos theta is equal to A over H. Right? What was our angle in this question? What was the angle we were considering?
60 degrees, sir.
60 degrees. So cos 60 degrees, right? And that'll be equal to A over H. A, guys, A is what length?
We
60
don't know A, so we'll just leave that on.
We go write PS. I got right PS. Chloe,
Yes, sir.
did you say 60 degrees?
Yes, so but I know see why it's not 60 degrees.
Yeah, it wouldn't be 60 degrees. This is length A, right? I'm gonna call that PS. Right? And H. H now. What was the length for H, Chloe? What was the length for H?
8 centimeters.
Yep. All right, guys. So here was the next thing, right? There are two ways you could do this. Some students would know to cross multiply. You could do that. Or some students would see it as just as a simple multiplication of 8. Either one is fine. But I think most students could recognize the cross multiplication. So what we're going to do, right? I'm going to write cos 60 degrees as cos 60 degrees over 1. And then I'm going to cross multiply. So Chloe, if I cross multiply, that's going to be 1 by PS. What is 1 by PS?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll just be PS. 1 by anything is itself. If you're confused, think of like 1 by 8. That's 8. 1 by 9, that's 9. So 1 by PS is just PS. And what would I write for this multiplication?
8 by cos 60 degrees.
Right. Now, a common mistake students would make, for some reason, they would say 60 by 8. That's very wrong, right? Because if you plug cos 60 into a calculator, you'll see it's actually a whole as a number by itself. So you're actually multiplying 8 by another number, which is cos 60. So you can't do that. You can't multiply the 60 by the 8. So guys, put 8 cos 60 into your calculators and let me know what you're getting.
4.
4.
Everybody getting 4, right?
Yes,
All my units be,
centimeters.
Centimeters.
right, centimeters. So again, guys, so Nicola, you see how we kind of figured out what to use, like a process. Like, I saw this was PS, and I saw it was in a right angle. Seeing that?
Yes, sir.
And you should know if it's a right angle triangle, you could either use Pythagoras or trig ratios. Now, to use Pythagoras, you need two sides. Obviously, that was eliminated one time. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So trig ratios is the only other option. So now I want you to be thinking, could I find a non-90-degree angle? And the answer is yes, because this is 90. And so you see, this is how you'll be thinking, problem solving. Look at the possibilities, see what you could do and see how you could move on. Romano, let me know if you're okay with this.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. What about the rest of you guys? Ariel, Chloe, Mira, Adetola, Sky. Sky didn't hear from me in a long time. Vinaya,
So I could.
you
Yes,
good?
sir.
Okay, let's move on. Now we want to find the length of PQ. PQ. Okay, this is relatively straightforward. All right. So guys, check this out, right? I'm gonna just reconstruct. How, oh, let's see that that turned into a square. How? It's crazy. I literally draw a triangle and that turned into a square. But anyways, this is P, this is S, and this is Q. What length did we just find for, guys?
PS,
Yes.
And PS was what?
4
Centimeters.
centimeters.
4 centimeters.
And now they want me to find length PQ, right? I think we all know what you have to do here. I think we know what we gotta do. I have two sides and it's a right angle triangle. What to do?
Pythagoras theorem, sir.
Exactly. Yeah. Are they okay with that, right? Are they understand why we picking Pythagoras theorem to find for PQ?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm picking that because Pythagoras theorem demands two sides. I have two sides, right? So I could use Pythagoras theorem. So if I'm writing Pythagoras theorem for this shape, remember Pythagoras theorem is the hypotenuse squared equal to the sum of the other sides squared. So hypotenuse squared is equal to the other side squared plus the other side squared. So guys, what is the hypotenuse in this question? Tell me the name first, the name. What is the name for the hypotenuse, the length?
8 centimeters.
No, I wanted to hear QS. We can do the substitution after. So my hypotenuse is QS, I'll be squared, and tell me the other sides now.
PS squared.
Yes, sir.
And
PQ squared.
right. Now we're gonna do some substitution, right? What is QS?
8 centimeters, sir.
Right, all right, 8 squared. What is PS?
Um, 4 centimeters, sir.
Right, and Mira, what was the unknown? What do they want us to calculate in this question, Mira? Talk to me.
The length of PQ.
Right, so I don't know what PQ is, I'll leave in that blank, right? I don't know what that is. So Sky, what is 8 squared? Sky, mental maths on fleek. Come on, come on. 8 squared,
64.
right? What is 4 squared?
16.
Right. Best I carry early in my exam. I'll lay some good calculators, boy. All right, guys. So what is the unknown over here?
PQ squared, sir.
Right. So we need to isolate PQ. Now, if I want to isolate PQ, I could leave it on this side and I could move across everything else. Right? If I want to isolate it, I need to make PQ the subject of the formula. Right? So guys, if I want to isolate PQ, in other words, I want it to be the only thing on this side, what should I do?
Carry
over
the
16.
equal sign.
Carry over the 16 across the equal sign. Now, if I carry across 16, it's going to turn to what?
Negative.
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 And that'll be equal to PQ squared, right? What is 64 minus 16? Should be 48,
48, sir.
right? Okay. And guys, I want to find for PQ. Right now I have PQ squared. What would I do on both sides?
Divide.
Square root.
Square root, sir.
I wouldn't divide, right? I would find the square root. And let me explain why. Right now we have PQ squared. What is the opposite of squaring something?
Square.
Square root, right? So you would not divide. That's a mistake I notice students making. They saying divide. Nah, find the square root. So long story short, PQ is going to be equal. Did they specify a degree of accuracy? And let me check the. Yeah, Nikolai, watch. If you notice, they never, like back in the day, right? They never used to specify that what they introduced recently. It was always the two decimal places. You
Yes,
see that,
sir.
right? It's real sauce, boy. No CXE doing.
They changed the real thing for this year, boy.
Yeah, they really, really did.
Sir, I'll use the famous sentence. That's not legal, sir.
Who come up with that, boy? I wonder who come up with that.
Hmm.
I wonder.
Interesting question.
I wonder. And I wonder if you know what it means. About some Kanye day. Anyways, what is the square root of 48?
I got 6.9.
0.93.
Right. Now, we following the new conventions of CXC to round it off to three significant figures or one decimal place. So 6.9, right?
Yes, sir.
6.9 centimeters and in brackets per one decimal place. Right, guys, let me know if you're getting that. Chloe, Ria, Vinaya, Sky, Adetola, Romano, Joshua.
Yes, sir, I get it, but what I don't, sir, what I need you to show me, please, is the rule on when you're using cos, tan, and sine.
Okay, no problem, right? Let me just do a quick recap here. So, Chloe, and first things first, you should be able to label a triangle, right? So let me just get a triangle quickly. And you all could try to figure this thing out in the meantime while I explain. All right, so Chloe, first of all, to use trig ratios, you must have a non-90-degree angle and you must have a length for a side, right? So let's just say I told you that this length was 17 centimeters and I asked you to find this length for me. Let me show you how you would do that, right? So, Chloe, first things first. What do you call the length opposite the right angle?
The adjacent.
Nah,
No, the
the
opposite.
side opposite I'm what's saying? The side opposite the right angle is always the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the longest line in a triangle, and it's always the slant length in a triangle. So, Chloe, if you're dealing with a right angle triangle, opposite the right angle will always be the hypotenuse, right? Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. If this is the angle in question, right? Wouldn't this be the side opposite it?
Yes, sir.
So what would I call this side then?
The opposite.
Exactly. And if you look at the angle, right? The angle is right next to this side. Another word for right next to is adjacent. So this is adjacent. Let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir.
So hear this, right? Hear this. What length are we trying to find for? O, A, or H?
We're trying to find for
Where's the question
O.
mark by? All right. So here what? Guys, if any of you all has ever had trouble with Pythagoras theorem, I'll show you the cheat code, right? You are going to underline what you are trying to find for. In this case, we are trying to find for O. I'll underline that. The next thing I'm going to underline is what I have. Chloe, what length do I have here?
The hypotenuse.
So I underline that next. So I ended up underlining O and H. Which trig ratio has O and H in it?
Tan.
Sine.
Sine, not tan. Somebody said tan?
Yes, sir, my bad. I say tan because of the
Oh.
1A.
Oh. Yes, it would be sine. So, Chloe, you see the strategy I employed here? You apply the same strategy for any right angle triangle and you will get through. You're always gonna underline what you're trying to find for and what you have, and that will tell you which trig ratio to use. So in this case, I will use sine, and I'll say sine 42 is equal to my opposite. My opposite is O. My hypotenuse is 17, right? And if I cross multiply, 1 by O is O. So O would be 17 sine 42. Let me know if you understand the process.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Chloe, here it again, right? Here it again. You're going to label the triangle. The side opposite the right angle is always the hypotenuse, right? The side that is next to the angle is the adjacent. And the side that is opposite the angle in question is the opposite. You're going to underline what you're trying to find for, and you're going to underline the length you have. And that will tell you again which trig ratio to use. So I hope you understand that.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. All right, let's move on now. Now they want me to find the area of PQRS. Okay, good. So I'm actually going to show you all multiple ways to solve this, right? So Nikolai, we just found what PQ was, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, PQ was what?
The 6.9, sir.
Yeah. So here what? I'm going to put that in my diagram, right? I'm going to put that in the diagram. So it was the 6.9 was the PQ. And we found out A was 4. Put that in one time as well. Right? And they are asking me to figure out the area of PQRS. So PQRS. Right. So I'm open to suggestions. How would you all go about this?
So,
Talk to
I would make PQS like a square, so I'd like cut the Q like in the center. So, well, it wouldn't be a square, it would be like a rectangle. So I'd solve for that. And then it looking like from how it cut it, look, well, the two will be in half. And
ah
the
ah you want to say that, eh? You want to say that, Nikolai. We want to say that, but you can't do that, eh? Nikolai, the only time you could do that is if you're dealing with an isosceles triangle. That's the only time you could ever do that. Like if this was 80
oh,
and it was an isosceles, then you could cut it and it would be the same, right?
okay.
Yeah, I was hearing somebody.
So I can't divide the 82 by 2.
No, you
Like when I
can't.
put it as the square.
Wait, eh? Let me just read what was given. So PQ and SR are parallel, cool. SQ is 8, SPQ, nah, you can't do that. If they told you, right, Nikolai, if they told you that this was an isosceles triangle, yeah, you cannot do that, but can't do that.
So
Yeah,
you can just like zoom out a little bit so I can see the first part of the first part.
sure. But wait, Nikolai, let me give you a hint.
Yeah, no problem.
I would probably recommend you to figure out for this angle. And if you have this angle, um, you could potentially figure out for this. And if you know that, you could use a half A plus B by height to find the area of the trapezium. Or you
So,
could, or if you have this, maybe you could potentially find for this. And then you could use the formula for a triangle and you could add it to this. Bunch of different ways you could do the question. So talk to me, guys. If we wanted to actually find this angle, how would you do that?
Okay, so I find for the R, which would have been 68 degrees.
And explain to the class how you got 68, so everybody would understand too.
So what I did is the sum of a triangle is equals to 180 degrees. And we already know two angles, which is the 82 degrees and the 30 degrees. So I minus the 180 from the 82 plus the 30 degrees. So
And I gave you 68, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, great, great, cool. And
So
let's look at a triangle separately, right, by itself. Maybe that might make things a bit more obvious. So, wow. Don't know where no marker pencil, they're moving real weird. Right, this is Q, this is R, this is S. We know the angle here is 30, right? This is 30 degrees. We know that this is 82 degrees, right? This is 68 degrees. Okay, we know that this is 8 centimeters. And we pretty much don't know anything else. So for this question, I would actually tell you, you might have to use the sine rule.
I was not going to say that, sir, because well, if we try the trig ratios, I don't think it would work.
No, it wouldn't work because this is not a 90-degree angle triangle. Right? So you would have to use sine rule. Right? So here what? Let's move on to the sine rule and we'll come back to this question, right, guys? Let's do the sine rule and we'll come back to that question. But that's a nice question. Hey, if all you ever wanted like do a hard year, right? 2019 was like one of the harder years. It was really, really like look at the kind of questions they bring. By writing an expression for the area of the rectangle ABC, show that x squared plus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. This year, they really had some really interesting questions. Like
Not too hard.
it's not too hard, right? But I feel like a student looking at the diagram might get confused.
But I see Romano and open your eye big already, so I
Well,
don't know.
look at these, look at this. Look at our maths exam
Remember, I remember this question, sir.
from the 24-hour marathon.
I think we did that in it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and like this paper was like one of the harder papers. Definitely one of the harder ones. So yeah, if you only want a challenge, do this paper. It's a nice paper to do. It's really nice. All right, so let's move on to the sine rule and we'll get back to the question, right? So I think everybody understands the cosine rule. So Mira, you there? I'll let the Mira sleep, eh?
Could be, sir.
I feel so, you know. Chloe, are you sleeping by chance? Or you're wide awake?
Hello, I'm alive.
So I hear.
Okay, okay. Okay, Mira, I'm happy to hear that you're alive. I got scared for a bit. I thought that the boogeyman had kidnapped you. I thought that
And no, I just catch a to breathe right now.
oh, I remember you told me you're sick. I'm sorry, what do you, boy? After that life? Yeah, boy.
Dude, this Vixen here is like cocaine now and he's sniffing you damn thing.
Oh my God, yo. You're easy, yes,
You're
Mira.
lucky this not on YouTube going up, sir.
You
Yeah,
might have the blue. You might have the
Need
like
to have like a trigger warning for me specific.
bleep. Yeah.
Mira, one and
Just
Mira,
beep.
one and Mira. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's examine when you would use the sine rule, right? Well, number one, you would use the sine rule anytime you don't have an included angle. So no included angle. That's a big hint. You would also use the sine rule if you have a pair of information. So a pair of information And when I say a pair of information, what I mean is you need an angle and its corresponding length. So angle and corresponding length. Right? And you would also need either an angle or a length. And we typically use sine rule when we want to figure out from angles, but you could use it to figure out an angle or a length. So this is the basics for the sine rule. Right. So guys, all you know how this is go by now. That is angle A, this is angle B, this is angle C. Tell me what this side will be. Quick. What would this side be?
Common B.
Right, what would this side be?
Baby A
Now be common
and
A,
then baby C.
ABC. Mira, use a whole mood by yourself, you know that? Like a whole mood.
I like to call it only child syndrome.
Makes sense. She's get spoiled and thing.
Not really, I just think it helps me channel all the personalities I have some way,
Because you're lonely. And you just have to
Like
like
really bring
make
out the best of
entertainment.
people.
It is make your own entertainment. I understand.
Yeah, because Mira from last year, December, had a roti shop now.
Yes,
So
yes, earlier
Mira in January,
Mira
she
had
cooked
a whole roti
something.
shop boy. Earlier, go support Mira. She have a big roti shop. Dalbury, bus up shots. Everything.
Peas
Right?
in season, so peas roti coming out soon. Look out for the tutorial.
Yeah, boy. Mira is the G. Anyways, so this is what the sine rule would look like. So it's A all over sine A, right, is equal to B all over sine B, right? And that will be equal to C all over sine C. Now, at any given point in time, we are going to use 2 out of the 3, right? So we are going to use 2 out of. Now, guys, you're probably asking yourself now, well, how do I know which 2 to use? I wonder. Well, the first thing you look for is a pair of information. That's the first thing you look for. And well, the second thing you look for is the unknown, right? The second thing you look for. So you look for a pair of information, right? And you look for the unknown. Right? And these are the things to look out for. So, right. So as soon as you have this copy down, right, we'll do a question and then we'll move on. I want to do 2 questions and then we'll move on to finish that 2019 question. And in the next class, bare bearings, rail bearings, rail bearings.
Yeah, I had to bear with bearings.
Yeah, yeah, boy. That was a real good joke, It's like, wow, very original. Romano, I see myself rubbing off on you. Crazy. The dad jokes. Yeah. Right, so as soon as you have this copy down, tell me, right? Just tell me.
Yes, sir.
So that Apple Pencil needs to charge like ASAP.
I know.
You have the good laptop charge and when he is the Apple Pencil I need to charge.
Yeah, boy. All you gotta see me eating some cookies and in here hungry. Mm. This thing hard, boy.
You
What?
could send some through the internet, sir.
If I throw this and somehow make it past your laptop, it'll hit you on the head and you'll get a headache. It's that hard.
No, but then it could be worth it because then I could have the cookie.
You'll have a headache as well. This thing hard, boy. What are you doing?
So where you even get our cookie from?
Hmm. You know how like them bakery vans be passing?
Oh
Van.
God.
Yeah, boy. Good though. I rated mm, a square root of 49 over 100. Yeah, so Mira, Chloe, Vinaya, Adetola, Sky, Ariel, you guys will let me know when you have everything on the screen copy down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to see me eat food. I thought I said no. I'm joking, huh?
Now we letting you take your time. So you look like you need the nutrients.
Yeah, boy. One of these are just like that, like flop over. The wind would just like blow my way.
So you gotta eat to feel better, sir.
Yeah. I ever tell you how like the first time I ever tried chicken wings it was when Tivon made it. I went to check Tivon in the dome and I see him burning rice and burning a bunch of things and he makes some chicken wings. I tried it. It tastes good. It tastes good. Tastes good. So there you go.
What do you mean he was burning rice? Who does burn rice?
Tivon. Tivon is the specialist of the special. Tivon is him. Yeah. Tivon is the highest of the highest. He decides what is right and wrong. So
Nobody could top that, sir.
nah, nobody. Right. So A, B, C. A all yeah, normal alphabets. Yay. Right. Cool. Um, somebody give me a go for that.
50 something. 52.
Give me a length for this.
So 8.
Hmm. Okay. So guys, what would the sign rule for this question look like? It'd be A all over what?
Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
B over sine B.
Yeah.
C over sine C.
Now we are only gonna select two out of these three, eh? So, Chloe, the first thing I want you to look out for is a pair of information. So an angle and its corresponding length. So, Chloe, let's just lay on the triangle quickly, right? So, Chloe, if this is angle A, what would I call this side?
E.
You have to say baby A. Yeah, as
Baby
Mira would
A.
say. If this is angle B, what would I call this?
Mhm. Baby B.
Very good. I'm so proud of you for that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, and
And
Chloe,
then B by 5 centimeters.
practice I have in this class, eh? So, Chloe, again, I want you to look out for a pair of information, right? A pair. A pair. Are you seeing a pair of information where you have the angle and the corresponding length?
So you can repeat that question?
Hmm. Are you seeing are you seeing an angle with a corresponding length in the diagram?
Yes, sir, by AB
Say that again.
on A by AB by where C is baby C is
So we have angle A, and what else we have? We have angle A, and what else?
C.
When I say a pair of a pair of information, so we have angle A. I'm asking you if we have length A. Do we have
Oh,
length A?
yes, sir.
So here it is, right? Because I have angle A and its corresponding length, I would call that a pair of information. So that's a pair. So automatically, I'm going to use A, right? And let's just say I asked you to find for C. Find for angle ACB, right? So I want you to find for angle C. So, Chloe, if that is the case, which other one am I going to select, B or C? Based on what I want to find for.
Yeah, to find for C.
So I have to select C, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand how the process went?
Yes, sir.
So you look for a pair. Mira, you're looking for a pair. Sky. Sky, I'm not talking to you. Sorry about that. Sky, talk to me, right? Sky, can you see that this is a pair of information? I have the angle and I have the corresponding length.
Yes, sir.
Right, Vinaya? Vinaya, tell me if you're seeing that. I have an angle here and I have the corresponding length. Seeing that?
Yes, sir.
Vinaya, you're not feeling left out or anything, right? Like you okay?
No, no, okay.
You're sounding tired.
Yeah, kind of tired.
Or school. The first week
Yeah,
of school was kind of stressful.
I know.
Hey boy.
Tired.
You're gonna make it, you're gonna make it, you're gonna talk it out. All right? But
The
then we can
first week of school for me was normal, so I just turned off my SPs.
that's good. But I feel like real people tired. But yeah, this is the first step. You look for a pair, so A, and then you look at what you're trying to find for. I'm trying to find for C, so I underline C one time. So Chloe, if this is the case, my formula is now going to look like E all over sine A, right, is equal to what? Talk to me, Chloe.
C
Yes?
C over sine C.
Okay. Sky, did you understand how I wrote that?
Say if you repeat it one more time.
All right, so Sky, do you understand how I decided to pick A and C?
Well, because C have a length, but you have to find the angle of C.
Right, so we have to find the C, so I need to select C. And why did I select A as opposed to B?
Because it have a corresponding length with an angle.
Exactly. So that's why I decided on A over sine A and C over sine C. So what is length A,
8 centimeters,
right? And what is angle A?
52 degrees,
52 degrees, excellent. What is length C?
50 is
Now length C,
five,
length,
5 centimeters.
right? Do we know what angle C is?
No,
No. So can you see how we have two fractions on either side?
yes, sir.
So I can cross multiply. So Sky, what is the unknown here?
Um, angle C,
Mm-hmm. I typically want the unknown on what side? The left-hand side or the right-hand side?
the right hand side.
No. We typically want the unknown for what we're trying to find for on the left-hand side.
Oh,
So,
so like it's up. Oh yeah, okay, sir.
so like, I'm asking a question, right? When you solve for x, what is x usually?
So you can repeat that.
When you find for x, or you solve for an equation, isn't the unknown usually on the left-hand side?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here what? I'm going to multiply this out first because why? Whatever I multiply first is going to go on my left-hand side. So it's going to turn to 8. It's going to be 8, right? 8 sine C. And that's going to be equal to what?
5 sin 52 degrees.
Right. Now, anytime they ask you to find for angle, please know that at some point you will need to use sine inverse, right? But before you could use sine inverse, you need to find for sine C. So talk to my Sky. How would I find for sine C first?
So I could divide
Divide both sides
by both sides, yeah.
by
Um 8 sine
8,
or
right?
8.
If we do that, the 8 will cancel off here. Now leave us with sine C. Okay, so guys, I want to find for C. What is the opposite function of sine? Talk to me, guys. What's the opposite of sine?
Sine
The
inverse.
sine inverse, right? So if I want to find for C, I'll need to find sine inverse of both sides. When I find sine inverse of sine C, it'll just be C. And Nikolai, I'm gonna blow your mind. Romano, I'm not sure if you was there for when I was doing that question, right? But anybody that was there for the live, I'm gonna blow their mind. Nikolai, you remember in one of the exams, they had something like F inverse X, and the answer was just X.
Yes, sir.
Let me see. I'm gonna blow your mind here. Watch this. It's the same thing, Nikolai. It's the exact same thing, Where you think you'll be?
Oh, yes, sir. It could just be C.
Yeah, maths is kind of cool because remember, right? The original function maps you from X to Y, and the inverse will take you back from Y to X. So, in this instance, it's gonna be from C to some value, and when you find the inverse, it'll be from that value back to C. So that's why you find sine inverse. I know it's crazy, right? So,
Get, I get my answer for that question.
okay, what about the rest of you guys? What answer did you get? Sharp users, do you know how to get sine inverse in a calculator?
No, sir, I don't know.
Okay, don't worry.
Let's get on my phone.
Okay, if I press second function sign.
Wait, but you can't use a calculator. I mean, you can't use your phone in the exam, eh? So wait to get
Oh,
familiar.
wait, yeah, that's
So enter sine and second function.
Yeah, second function sine, right? So if you have a sharp and you want to plug this into the calculator, you're gonna press sine inverse, open bracket again. You're gonna put 5 sine, open bracket 52, close bracket, right? Real brackets, eh? Actually, you don't have to do all of that. I think the sharp calculator is smart enough. Um, put 5 sine 52 divided by 8. So sharp users, plug this into your calculator and let me know what you get. Nikolai, you'll verify with the answer they got, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it 34.5?
No, sir. Wow,
Yeah?
no.
No?
No.
Let's check it out, right? I mean, let me try it. So
So I get 29.5.
Yeah,
me
that is
too.
the correct answer. That is the correct answer there.
yeah, guys, so Chloe, is that where you plug into your calculator?
So what did you say?
Was it you that got the 29.5?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who got the
Yeah, I get 29.5 too.
who got the different answer?
Me, because apparently I real special. Had
Yeah.
to be, just had to be.
Plug it in the calculator
I
and
think you
do it.
don't have a calculator of degrees. Maybe, I don't know.
So wait, the answer will be 29.5 degrees, right? You guys could copy this down. I'll be back shortly, right? Y'all can make out everything that's on the screen or not?
Yes, sir.
What about the rest of you guys? All you can make out what's on the screen?
That's
Yes.
why I can't see nothing there.
Can't see nothing. Yeah, go zoom in then. You seen everything now?
Yes, sir, that could work.
All right, good. I'm coming back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Yeah, let me know if you all are there.
So we here.
Yeah.
So the place was like dead silent, and as soon as you come back, I jump.
Hey, Romano, I was looking back at the compilation you did. I didn't know you do like a whole tool and then up in your bed. You know what I'm talking about? Like in
Oh,
the
so he's back.
yeah. Romano, you know what I'm talking about? You did like a whole tool and then like you end up in your bed. You know what I'm talking
Uh-huh.
I
You
will, I will find the clip and
like
show you. No, like you get up from your seat in your blanket and like you like turn around and you
so
yeah.
it's not like how it was before, but sounds like
Yeah,
as it is.
but let me
Whoa, 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 whoa.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Hey,
whoa,
hey,
whoa,
hey.
whoa, 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 whoa. All right, so guys, do we understand how to find an angle if you use any sine rule?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now the process is very similar if you're trying to find a length, right? So let's apply it for this instance. So we know what the sine rule is now, so that's good. We can attack this question. First things first, let me just give out the preamble. Um, and as a fancy word, I just like to say it, preamble. But anyways, guys, what kind of shape is this?
A trapezium, sir.
How much of you all knew that it was a trapezium? And if you didn't know, tell me, that's fine.
So I knew it was a trapezium.
Okay, good. And let's recall what the formula for area of a trapezium is, right? So you'll call this length A, right? You'll call this length A. What will we call this length?
B,
This length is B. And this length is what?
H.
Right. And if I have all of those dimensions, I could find the area, right? And the area would be given by a half, right? A plus B by height. Did any of you guys not know that? If you didn't know it, that's okay. Just talk to me, tell me.
So I didn't know that.
And that's fine. That's fine. You're learning, right? It's okay. So remember this, right? All right, so that being said, Nikolai, I want you to compare this to this, right? With me?
Yes, sir.
In this question, they want me to find the area of the entire shape. Now we just figured out that it was a trapezium. Now, if you notice, we already have this dimension, yeah? What is that dimension?
We have 6.9
And guys,
centimeters.
somebody other than Nikolai, what is the height? Somebody other than Nikolai, what do you think the height is? Other than Nikolai, Chloe, you think you can figure out the height? Mira, Sky, you all think you can figure out the height?
Um,
I promise it's easier than you think. So look at this diagram. Are you seeing height? Romano, you're looking evil.
That one I was seeing there on the camera, sir.
I'm not hearing anybody, boy. Way. Chloe,
I mean,
Adetola,
I,
Ariel, Benaya, Ria.
I know,
Let's see, your height anyway.
I know what it is. I just giving them a chance,
Oh,
but no.
So it's 4 centimeters.
yes, big up yourself. Big
Yeah,
up, big up, big up.
yes, sir.
Guys, watch. Watch. Let's see what I'm talking about before.
Yes, sir.
Great. So we have E, that's for sure, right? I forgot that I moved this thing over here. Yeah, so we have E, we have H. What is the only dimension we are missing?
B,
B. So look at this, guys. I just found it for this angle. I found that this angle was 68 degrees. I know that this length is 8, right? I have an angle here. I don't have a length here. Put the pieces together, guys. Put the pieces together. What do you think we should use? So, guys, put the pieces together, right? Do we have a pair of information? Do we have a pair?
Yes.
Yes. And we have an angle, so we could find the other length. That's all. So we could do this, right? We could do this. It's not hard. So there we go. So this question was really tricky. You had to do a lot of thinking. Because let's be honest, guys, let's be honest. How much of you all would have thought to even find for this angle and then use the sine rule to find for this length and then use the formula for area for trapezium? How much of you guys would have think all of those steps ahead? Be honest.
So I would not think that.
Kind of tough, right?
So I would have actually thought of, you see the P, Q, and S, sir,
Yeah.
to put it on the other side and make it look like a triangle. I mean a rectangle.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, eh? Right? I hear what you're saying. If it was an isosceles triangle, you could have do that. But it's not
Yeah.
an isosceles triangle. It actually wouldn't line up perfectly. And I could show you. But I like how you're thinking geometrically. It's good how you're thinking, right? Nikolai, remind me to do like a live going through the concept of computing the square. Because I feel like you really enjoy that. That was like really cool.
Yes, sir.
Like watch this. If I do what you're suggesting, right? You see what I'm talking about? See what happens?
Yes, sir.
Because it's not isosceles. If it was isosceles, then it would line up because the base angles would be the same 30 and 30. Right. So let's label these sides, right? So we know that we need to figure out for SR. Chloe, and we know that we need this length. And if you are confused about that, remember, we know what the area of a trapezium is. So all I need to do now is just find for this dimension, which is SR. So guys, tell me fast, if this is angle Q, what would I call this?
Come on, Q. Or
Right?
baby Q.
Barbecue. If this is angle S, what would I call this?
Come on, S.
Baby S, man. What? Mira, I'm very disappointed in Nikolai. I'm very disappointed in him.
Alright, sir.
If I wasn't trying to be calm right now, I would have bring out a dabbler, but I really don't have the strength this already day. So
But you're
maybe
really,
maybe next week now.
yeah, bring out
No,
the
no, no, let me redeem
power thing
myself.
for you.
Let me redeem myself.
Right, you have one remaining.
That is baby R, sir.
Man, another baby, yes. You want? All right. So guys, what would the formula look like for this? I'm gonna start you all off actually. So Q all over,
Thank you.
right? Chloe, what do you think the next one will be? Q over sine Q is equal to?
Um, um, S.
Yeah,
Yeah,
S over sine
sine S.
is equal to?
Um, R over sine S.
Yes. Now again, you're looking for a pair of information, right? What's the pair of information you have here?
So what you say?
I say we're looking for a pair of information, like a pair. Are you seeing a pair?
Yes, sir. R.
We see an R. Nice. Excellent. Great. What else you seeing?
S.
You're seeing us, right? But remind me, what length do we need if we want to find the area of a trapezium? Let's recall, right? If I wanted to find the area of a trapezium, I'd need to know what this length is. So I'm interested in finding what length. SR, right? I'm
Yes,
gonna show you. SR. So if that is the case, I'm going to underline Q as well. I'm gonna if you catch that.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Because it's between the SR.
Yes, exactly. So Q corresponds to the length SR. Mhm. Yeah, same way S would correspond to the length QR. And the same way R would correspond to the length QS. So we are going to use Q over sine Q is equal to R over sine R. I was feeling lazy, so I just copy it. RIP, or they can't do any exam. But I thinking if they want to make the exam online, they should allow us to do this. They should buy iPad. They should buy iPad and thing for it to write. Since they want to, that's just my 2 cents.
If I was writing that exam, I would have a whole meltdown.
It really upsetting what they're doing, yes? Huh. Yeah, boy. So somebody, I want you to tell me what the do some substitution. So I don't know what Q is, I'll leave that blank. What next? Q all over what? Somebody quick with speed, speed, speed.
Sine 82 degrees
Equals to
equals to 8 over sine 68 degrees.
right, two fractions. So you cross multiply. I'm going to multiply the one that's in product with Q first. So Romano, which one would multiply by Q? The first diagonal or the second diagonal? The first diagonal or the
First
second?
diagonal,
Right. So if I multiply that, I would end up with Q what?
Q sine 68
Equals to,
8 sine 82
but I want to find for Q. Right now, Q is being multiplied by what?
sine 68.
You see, I divide both sides by that.
Yeah.
You understood that?
Yes,
Now, I want to let's be real honest with me. Who here would have done this and say 8 by 82 all over 68? I promise I'm not judging. I promise. I'm being real, I promise. I just like,
I
I
don't
feel
even think I would have think of that.
I feel like if you do that, you're gonna sin real bad. You're gonna sin like any math, like any book of maths, you're sinning real bad. Can't do that.
I wish I had that bakery, that Van Bakery cookie to pelt at here right now.
What? Oh, yeah, the joke's bad, real bad. I know, I know. Yeah, guys, so plug this into your calculator and let me know what you get. Right? So I'm
I
gonna
got
put 8,
8.5, so
8.5. Let me plug it in. I am getting 8.5 as well. What about the rest of you guys? Are you also getting 8.5? 8 sine 82 all over sine 68. Are you all getting 8.5 as well?
Yes, sir.
Right, so 8.5
yes.
centimeters. So if this is the case, right, guys, if this is the case, I now know the missing piece to my puzzle, right? So let me just,
So how you do that over thing, you press the ABC button.
wait, give me a second. Let me just take a picture of this fast. Sharp or Casio? Talk to me. Using a
Sharp.
sharp or Casio? Sharp. All right. If you're using a sharp, your calculator doesn't display the fractions in the way you see it. So let me show you what you gotta do, right? Um, to be the safest, I would recommend opening a bracket, putting 8 sine 82 on the inside, close the bracket, then put divide sine 68, and you should get 8.5. But even if you're not that cautious, it should still work out. Like if you put 8 sine 82, right? Close bracket, divide sine 68, you should still get the answer, 8.5. So people will sharp. I'm gonna follow again, 8.5.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So guys, what did we just find for and why was that important? again, this is the formula for area for trapezium. We actually needed this length. So now that we know that this length is 8.5, right? How do I find the area of PQRS?
Half plus the two parallel sides by the height, sir.
Exactly. So that's going to be a half, right? The parallel lengths are 6.9 and 8.5. And I'm going to multiply that by the perpendicular height to the base, which is a fancy way of saying this for. Why do I say perpendicular? Well, it's at a right angle to the 8.5. So that's why I say perpendicular. Right? So 4, it's gonna be by 4. Plug this into your calculator and let me know what you're getting.
I got 30.8, sir, centimeters squared.
What about the rest of you guys?
I get 7.7.
All right. You have a sharp ends?
Also, never mind. I'm putting the arm 4.
Okay, okay. If you put the 4, you'll get through.
Yes, I get through
Please
too.
explain how to put this in the sharp calculator because I keep on getting error.
Here what, right? Um, Instead of 8.5, just put 0.5, right? Open bracket, 6.9. What? Yeah, 6.9, right? Plus 8.5, close bracket, open bracket, 4, close bracket. So exactly what you have, where you see me plug in there, plug that into your calculator.
Yeah, I got your answer.
No problem. So here what, guys, we covered sine and cosine rule. We actually looked at a past paper question for the sine rule. I think this was one of the harder questions. It's a lot of thinking to do. How much of you guys think you'll get through with this question?
I might have quit.
Not good.
I feel bad for the 2019 children, but yeah.
So you mean before you now teach it or after?
So that again?
So you mean before you teach it, little while or after?
Mm, Before. Like if you saw this question before, would you have had gotten it correct?
Nah, sir, I would not be correct.
It's tricky, right? Like this one was a bit tricky. And there was another way you could have do it as well. If you wanted, you could have found this length, right? And once you got that length, you could have find the area of the triangle using a half AB sine C, where A and B are just the adjacent sides, and C is the included angle. And then we would have added to this, but that'll be extra work. Honestly, just use this. But yeah, guys, that's it. It was good seeing some familiar faces. I didn't forget earlier, like Ria, Mira, Joshua, Adetola, Sky. I didn't forget earlier. And it was good seeing new faces too. I meet some new people. Big up all yourselves. Nikolai and Romano, right? Big up yourself, Chloe. You're part of the team now. Right? Big up yourself, Ariel, Vinaya. Yeah, I hope that you'll be staying till the exam, right? And I can help you as much as possible. But it's nice meeting you guys. I will see you all next week. We'll look at bearings, right? So yeah, guys, later. And by the way, Nicola, you can stay back. I can talk to your mom directly
Okay, sir.
on Zoom. So yeah, later, guys. It was
That's
an
it.
awesome class.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Yeah.
So,
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
bye,
Pass
sir.
the
Right. Cool. All right.
Okay, so she coming in now, sir.
Like we have fall asleep or what? Rhea, you awake? Uh,